And good evening. Look at you, looking like an angel. Oh
Oh
my
wow,
goodness.
you're off to the races
Yes,
tonight,
right
huh?
away. We got a lot of guests tonight, so we got to get to it like right away.
Hi D,
Hi,
or should I say hola? We're
hola.
international, right?
We're international,
We're international tonight.
national and international.
Bienvenidos a Tweed Talks.
Bienvenidos. um. Oh, I hear an echo. So how you feeling today? Because we've been through the ringer for the last couple um for the last few weeks.
Yeah, good. Today was a good day.
Uh-huh.
We had a really it was downtime because we're not, we didn't have to be in the gym for the most of the evening.
Right.
But we did
But we
travel.
still
We
traveling.
traveled for leisure.
People that
Yeah.
leisure and fun, yeah, for fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
And but I also had, a a plan while we were traveling.
Oh.
So it's working. And
Oh, okay.
but I tell you, and the weekend,
Mm-hmm.
like being taking it out of me because so busy with the gymnastic.
Yeah.
And I like to do my workout and then move on and I miss working out a couple of days, which is unusual for me. But I'll catch up to it today and tomorrow. Well, today what we did, we went down to see the cherry show
Yes.
down in the city.
Mm-hmm. We were in NYC. NYC, yeah. There's Marco
Marco
Glorious.
that warm up the audience, and there he is warming up the audience. And he said he was going to watch our show. And every photo that we take together, I always say, like, this is my favorite one.
Mm-hmm.
But every new one, it becomes my favorite one.
Yeah, that's not my favorite.
That's not your favorite.
No, not for me.
Yeah, what was your favorite? Because we indeed got a lot of response from the other one.
We also took a photo with the DJ. And I have to tell you guys, we have been to a couple of different talk shows over the years. We've been to The View, been to Harry Connick when he had a show. We've been to the Tamron Hall show. And Sherry.
We never went to Tamron Hall.
Who did we go see in that studio?
Well,
maybe it was Harry Connick Jr.
Yeah.
When he had his show.
Yeah.
And this show, because the DJ, they have this phenomenal DJ called DJ Sus One. He is so good. Just literally the entire time we were there, just spinning old school tunes. And if you like old school, like music from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and the soundtrack was awesome, and the audience was up on their feet dancing almost the entire time. Well, in between in
And
between
I'm going to
segments.
tell you, you knew every song. Are you sure you younger than me? Because I didn't know half the song.
Well, um, I don't. I grew up. If I didn't listen to the music
Hmm.
myself, my parents were listening to it
Okay.
growing up. So that's how.
Yeah, I see.
Hey, Kanitha. Hey, Bunky.
Hey, hey, hey.
Welcome to Tweed Talks, you guys.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Bienvenidos.
We
We're
have a
speaking we're
great,
speaking
great
two
show
languages
today.
tonight.
Yeah, yeah, we're gonna go in between Spanish and English.
Yeah. Well, Pedro is
Well, you speak Spanish as well,
a little
but
bit, a little bit.
but we have a translator, so we don't have to worry about that. We have people translating.
Yeah, it's good because Pedro has been slacking on his Spanish.
Yeah, my mother is gonna get mad at me.
Yeah.
Well, there's nobody to speak Spanish around here.
You could speak Spanish to me.
I could do that. I do that to the kids all the time, to my gymnasts.
But they don't even speak Spanish, so what good is
They
that
don't
going to do
speak
you?
Spanish. That's why, so they could learn. And my granddaughter wants to learn Spanish now too, which is cool. But she also wants to learn Chinese. I'm gonna have to talk to Robert about that. She also wants to learn, she wants to be multi-language. See, I'm trilingual. I try every language. So
I'm sorry, you guys. I knew that joke was coming. I should have warned you.
well, you heard me say that before. So I am so excited about the show tonight because we have Robert Samuel that to me is a legend, and it should be a legend to other people. And the theme of today of Cherry Show that we went to see is you want to be legendary, and so we have two legends, and I haven't met the other people, but I'm sure they are legend too. Robert Samuel, I'm so impressed with him, with the body of work that he has done.
Yeah.
And then doing this movie here. This movie here is like an old, back in the days, you weren't born yet, but when we used to sit down and watch the Channel 5 Kung Fu flicks.
Oh, Saturday morning Kung Fu?
This is the same, except better.
Hi, Internet. Welcome.
High energy.
Welcome back.
High energy.
Yeah.
So, and we're going to be talking to them. So let me see who's here. And Robert Jefferson, who's his partner.
Yes, he was a very integral part of the film as well. And
Vincent, who I think I have met, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
That it's one of the producers as well. So this is going to be a fun show. So hang on to your seat. Hey, Sabrina.
So hopefully we will get the information about where the film will be released, if it's going the film festival circuit, or if it will be released on streaming or something like that. That's always like the big question that everyone wants to know. If you love action.
And the story is good too. It's interesting. So
it really, really is. Yeah. And I want to know if this film was shot in HD because the clarity was like amazing.
Yeah,
the clarity was amazing. Yeah, I noticed that right away.
Yeah. Okay, so why don't we start and we bring let me see. Let's bring Robert first.
Okay, let's bring him in.
Hey.
Hey. How are you?
I'm good. How you guys? Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, I had some audio issues. I humbly apologize.
That's okay. We were still talking, just getting ready so we could bring everybody. So how's everything? Where are you? Are you in California?
Actually, no. I'm home right now, Philadelphia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, cool. For a couple of weeks, and I fly out on the 27th to do the Batman Soul of Gotham.
Oh, cool.
Where do you travel to for that?
I'm in what do you call it? Dallas, Texas.
Dallas,
okay.
Texas.
Yeah.
I know that response all too well. Where am I going to be in 2 weeks?
Right. Yeah, Dallas, Texas.
You don't know.
How have you guys been?
I'm super good. I'm busy.
Busy,
And
yeah.
my wife as well.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead. You speak for yourself.
No, I'm just busy.
Yeah.
Busy. We're just keeping that short.
Yes.
Excellent. You
Well,
guys
listen,
look
we
great.
want to
Thank you. Likewise.
thanks.
Thanks.
We want to thank you for doing this because we saw the film.
Yeah.
And we really enjoyed the film. And we
Oh,
saw us also jumping back and forth while he was watching the film.
Thank
You know,
you.
yeah. We were sitting behind you.
Oh, you were.
Yeah, we were sitting in the back. We were the
Oh.
one laughing out loud and clapping and yelling and screaming.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It was really a great film, and then we rewatched it.
We watched it
Before,
again.
so
You sent me the link and
before we had you on, and just I
Yes.
was saying to my husband, and I'm like, man, the clarity of this film is just unbelievable. That's one of the things that I noticed. Like, obviously, when it first comes on, it's like that color just jumps in your face. Very beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, I wanted it to be bigger than 2. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because this was this is the last of our short films, and moving forward, we're concentrating on feature films. So we wanted to go out with a bang.
Oh, okay. That's cool because it was a short film, but it felt like a full length.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to. Jefferson and I tried to pack a lot in there, the story value wise. The other 2 versions had a lot of action, of course. That the to the old school kung fu, but for the final one, we wanted to kind of have a different feeling, like a full, like you felt like it was a full film.
Right. Well, being that you mentioned Jefferson, we wanted to bring him on the show a while ago, and I talked to him and said, we're going to bring you on the show.
Yeah, timing is always.
But we've been so busy and scheduling and things like that. But I'm glad that he's here with us, and I'm going to bring him on now.
We're going to bring in Robert Jefferson. Have him join the
Yeah,
fun.
I can't do this without him.
Oh, hey.
Surprise!
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you for coming on, and I want to thank everybody for coming on. And we wanted to have you on before, but this is appropriate to bring you on. And in the other movie, besides the Shadow Fist, you did an excellent performance on that.
Oh, yes. What?
Thank you.
At the end of that movie, I said,
my
"Oh,
God.
wow.
Yeah, that was so good.
Wow, that was
Thank you.
So
yeah, I was a little nervous about Blackout. I'm not gonna lie.
We both were.
We had worked on that film for almost a year. That was the longest time we've ever worked on a short film. It took about a year. But we shot half of it in Mexico. Then when we came back to the United States, we shot the other half. But we wanted it to have that international feel. Just another turn at me as a lead actor, so to speak.
And I was trying to really make it so that the story wise, we were treating the audience like you're grown-ups and not spelling out too much for it. And then we watched it. I was like, I don't know. Like, is it too sparse? Is it enough information that you get it? People seem to be liking it so far. So
we got it.
We can't thank the audience enough.
And we don't want to say anything. And if you haven't seen it towards the end, the part that you're playing it, a surprise.
Can the viewers see Blackout?
Absolutely, they can see it on YouTube now. Yep,
it's on our 4 Films YouTube channel.
That's out. So March 14th, everyone will get a chance finally to see Shadow Fist 3.
Okay.
Awesome.
That's
and that will also be for view on the YouTube channel?
That'll be on YouTube and also Vimeo, yes.
Awesome.
Okay.
So we'll make sure before we let them go finally at the end of the evening that we'll post all that information. So, but yeah, Blackout, definitely catch Blackout. That's a really great film. I was really impressed. A lot of times, and you guys have been to film festivals before. You go to a film festival and you see there's some high quality films and there's some that that are beginners. We're not going to knock anybody because everyone is trying.
No, everybody gets an even effort, no matter how good, how bad it is. You know, it's a mark of improvement. For me, I had my own film that we worked on years ago. But you know, it was a learning experience. So there are no bad movies. There's bad attempts at putting it together, but you know, it's the artist's vision.
Okay.
So that should be respected.
That's right.
I like that.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Okay, now we're going to bring in another person, and the producer.
There's more.
There's more.
More.
Hey!
How y'all doing?
Producer Vincent.
What's
What's
up,
happening, brother?
Ain't nothing. How y'all doing, brothers?
How you doing, man?
Good. How are you? Good.
Vincent, welcome to Tweed Talks. Would you just go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us how you're associated with the film?
Well, my name is Vincent Pittman, and I've been in the film game for about 20 years, and I'm working down at Urban Action with Demetrius.
Yes.
Sponsored by HBO and Warner Brothers. So over the years, I met him in Jefferson. You know, we became real close, and Robert asked me to produce, you know, film with him, and I ended up producing 2 films with him.
Wow.
Absolutely.
And they are amazing directors, and that I have worked with. They are great.
Thank you.
So I'm still looking forward to working on the next film, but Robert will tell you about that another time.
So you worked on this film, Shadowfish 3. Which other one did you work on with
Blackout.
him? Okay, you worked with him on Blackout.
Yeah, he's a producer for Blackout too. Yep.
Yeah.
You know, I just want to say that, you know, watching these guys, you know, when Vincent came in, it's just like a family reunion, you know. Such love and respect for one another.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's good to see him, you know. Listen, in this business, you ask a lot of people to help and come on and produce and do, you know, but everybody talks a good game. Vincent walks it. Vincent's been around for a minute, you know, and he's a good producer, and it's going to be great working with him on the new feature we're working on.
Oh,
that's awesome. Now,
I'm listening. Oh, now I was saying, you know, like to deliver a great product, it's all about having a great team to work with. Products. So I'm really excited about the films.
yeah.
Oh, the movie was fantastic. I really enjoyed it, and I enjoyed it the second time around.
Yeah.
We were literally just watching it about 10 minutes ago. We finished.
Wow.
Yeah, we were enjoying it. Laying down, relaxing.
You got to refresh a little bit, you know.
Yeah. It's a lot. There's a lot of twists and turns in Blackout, and like when you get on these roads, some of these roads are dark, and you don't know, you can't see anything, so you don't know what the audience is, you know, are going to react to it right or not, you know. So hats off to Jefferson. I mean, I was a little nervous about the story structure, and as far as like it being the content and what it was different for me. I've never done that before, but he told me what to do with the character. And I just hope the audience believe the character.
Wow.
And it was the same for me. It was like we wanted it to have twists and turns, and yet be an experience that an audience member can relate to and follow along with and understand. And I have a saying that I always say to Bobby, which is, I need other people to see it and tell me if it makes sense, because of course it makes sense to me. I wrote it.
Sure,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then as more people saw it, people started picking out things that I was like, I intended that. That wasn't really what I intended, but it's interesting that you took it that way. And then you can see what's happening with the festival circuit. Like it's gotten award after award, and me and Bobby are just like, okay, great, thank you.
Well, we have an Angel.
Oh, Angel.
Yes, they're going to bring it.
Angel.
Hi, guys.
What's up?
What's up?
How you doing, brother?
All good.
Good to see you, man.
Likewise, buddy. How are you guys?
Good, man. Good.
Yeah, man.
Good to see you.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Pittman.
Oh, yeah, y'all never really met.
Oh, that's
Angel Vincent Pittman.
Angel Vincent. Oh, yes. Thank you.
So, Angel, how did you get involved with the project?
Well, the first film that Mr. Samuels and Jeff came down to Mexico to do was Jugando con Fuego.
Jugando con
Well, I
Fuego.
think I think that one was actually like their third film or something like that. But for me, I was coming in as a stunt performer with them, thanks to one of my guys, Mike Peralta, which I think he's going to be on here in a couple of minutes. And he invited me with part of our team that we have down here in Mexico called B Squad Acción, which is our little stunt team that we formed down here. And talking to the stunt coordinator that they had at that moment, which was Orlando Orly over there, and basically we just started talking once they were kind of like doing choreo. And I showed him some of our work that we've done before, and he liked like the style in which I kind of like built some of the choreo, and he was very graceful and allowed me to play a little bit on their movie and let me design one of the fight scenes in Jugando con Fuego, and from there, that's kind of like it started from there, a little bit of a domino effect. Samuels and Jeff were really happy with the work that we did down here. So he hit me up for Blackout, and he told me, you know what, I'm going to go down there. We're going to be filming for a week or two, and just put your guys together and start working on choreo. Here's a story. Here's what we want. And you're gonna have an acting role in it too. And I was like, and I was like, oh, damn it. All right. And yeah, then we most of the fights that you see that were done in Mexico, that's where me and my team kind of formed the choreos, and from there they were extremely happy. I also worked, you could say, as a line producer down here, helping get locations, helping get more people, catering stuff. You're like, where can we eat in Mexico and TJ? That's kind of how we started working together. Then Shadow Fist 3 came in, and that was interesting for me because most of the choreos that I've done have never been like focused on Kung Fu. My background isn't Kung Fu, so it's a little bit weird for me to kind of like go into that style, but I'm really good at imitating. So and not only that, but some of my guys here, especially Mike, he knows Kung Fu, so he trained under Sifu Santi down here, who is pretty close to Mr. Samuels and the gang. So he trained Kung Fu, and he helped me out with how to kind of mimic certain things and just give out a great performance. And not only that, but Roxy also is just great at the style. She's been practicing it for a couple of years already, so she's really good at doing that on screen. She has a lot of personality. And obviously Ron Hall already comes from all that background as well, so he's really good at it. And in Shadow Fist, I had a little bit more of a behind the scenes role. Still worked as line producer, and Mr. Samuels and I worked out the choreos for most of Shadow Fist 3. But it was also the first time that kind of allowed me to give my input on the story and like visual narrative, because I was also working the camera on that one with Jeff. So we managed to get some like very pointy and like story beats that I thought that they were lacking a little bit with the script that they came with. So we just sprinkle a little bit of that little magic of like more drama, you could say, or more emotional beats for the story to kind of like hit home. So that was fun.
It's funny you say that, Angel, too, because there's two things you're leaving out. Number one, we cannot undercut the fact that if you've seen Jugando con Fuego, what started all this is he's the one that did that bathroom scene, that badass bathroom scene with the machete and all that. So once we saw what we put together, we were like, okay. So that's number one. Number two is his approach to like story suggestions is the story suggestions are awesome, and he's super humble about it. He's like, hey, you mind if I give my 2 cents right here? And I'm like, all right, what's up? And then he says something, and I'm like, excuse me, everybody, we're doing that. We're doing what he just said. Scrap the thing that's on page 14. We're doing what he just said.
I love it how that works out, though. I love it how that works out when you just sort of play off each other. Someone gives an idea, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, that might work a little bit better. And it's just like, okay, and then it's just like this whole cohesive flow.
Yeah, I remember.
I have a motto: if it's dope, it's going in.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
This was dope. You have somebody else in the studio waiting.
Okay, who are we bringing in next? We're bringing in Mikey Peralta. Coming
Mikey Peralta.
Hello.
Yeah.
¿Qué pasa?
¿Qué onda? ¿Qué onda?
What's up, bro?
Doing good, doing good.
Talks, Mikey.
Bienvenido.
Thank you.
Mike.
You guys can hear me, right?
I can hear you clear, brother.
Okay, perfect. Just making sure.
You know, I've and I thank you for having this show, because it's just looking at the faces, you know, just seeing the levels of everyone's involvement with like bringing our vision to life, you know, and how the world gets to see it. It's truly a special moment, you know. I mean, I came to Vincent and told him what I wanted. Vincent's like, what? Nah, I'm booking him. He booked us. He took care of all travel, everything. You know, what else you need? What else should you know, Mikey, I've known Mikey since he was a very young man. And it was just something dynamic. Certain actors or potential actors have intrinsic values that a lot of people don't pay attention to. And it was just the way he acted naturally, even when the cameras weren't on. I said, man, this guy has the potential to be a superstar, you know? And I'm humbled and gracious that he's worked with me on a number of films down there in Mexico. Mikey's been with me now for pretty much everything I've done. I think we've done, 5 films down there? 5, 6?
Wow.
5 films.
Something like that,
yeah. So
started in 2016.
So to see his evolution, to see him kind of go from me to Cynthia Rothrock now, you know, to other big actors, Michael Jai White, you know, it's very, you know, it's fulfilling for me, because that's really that's what I wanted to do, is give young people that wouldn't normally have opportunities, put them get them out there and let people see who they are, you know.
That's a good thing.
And, you know, God has blessed them. And I'm very proud of you, Mike. Very proud of you.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Mike, tell us a little bit about how what it's like working with this crew, because like Rob was saying, this is your 5th project you've worked together on with him.
Yeah, so it was awesome, honestly, because I felt like very quickly we became a family. Like it was instantly, we were able to like bounce off ideas, and you don't really get that a lot, that you can get it so quickly. It was just, all of our creative ideas and flow was just like there. Like it was like we were solid. It felt really nice, you know, being a part of a film family, doing things that we're passionate about, and just putting on a good show. You know, we want to put 100%, 110% even. So it's really, really nice. Yeah, I'm blessed.
I think the audience is like in Shadow Fist 3. I mean, he has a very pivotal character in the movie. And I really think that the audience is going to be surprised that his action is over the top.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, that's what made us come up with Shadow Fist 3 as a concept. Was Bobby and I were talking about coming off of Blackout. We were looking at Mikey, we were looking at Roxy, and we were like, we really want to do something that lets the two of them like breathe and flex as actors. And we just kept bouncing it back. We're like, how we should do Shadow Fist 3. And we were like, all right, how are we gonna pair them? And then like somewhere along the way, one of us was like brother and sister, and then from there, this avalanche of story ideas. Like, okay, we got it. And but then when we gave them the material, and then we were like watching the dailies. Bobby and I were sitting in the room like watching the dailies. Like, it's gonna be really good. daily, like just regular takes of like what they had done on set without any fly editing or music or anything like that. We were like, he and Roxy made the movie special for real.
I think the beauty of that, one component that really added to it that we really didn't have anything to do with, and that's Sipu Santi, who is their teacher. Roxy and Mikey are classmates. They've been classmates for years. So they are somewhat brothers and sisters in the school. And so that dynamic made it even more of a reason why we wanted to use them as a brother and sister duo because of this. And also their moves and their synergy together. They played off of each other very well, almost naturally.
Yes. I mean, it looks that way. It looks natural. I believe it. I believe they're the brother and sister. And you know, you got Ron Hall, but let me bring somebody else in.
Oh, we got more?
Jeez. We got more.
This is the reunion.
I'm bringing in also, you know, our friends.
Oso, greetings, blessings.
Blessings, my brother.
Peace and blessings, greetings, everyone. I only wanted to stop in for just a brief moment to greet you all and just to say thank you so much for the platform that you all are providing that reaches so many people with Tweed Talks. I mean, it's just such a magnificent medium that you two share. And thank you all for having us on. And I just appreciate you so much. Thank you
so much.
I mean, you're going to tell the audience a little bit about your background, but let me say this. None of this would be possible if it was not for Oso
Tayari Casel.
Oso has...
He supported us from day one.
I appreciate you.
All the financial stuff, all the thing, whatever we needed, Oso has been the one to be like, oh, say less. Here you go. And without his guidance, without his input, without his perspective, and without his help, we could not have done any of what we've done. It's all possible. That especially the most recent leg of our journey, it's all possible because of Oso.
And
is that what you're trying to say, Bob?
Yeah. And I'm going to simply say thanks to the Creator, to the One Most High, for being able to bless me in the manner that has allowed all of us to come together and to move forward, because it is about all of us, only because of the energy that has been moving, that is pulling together so many wonderful people. And from Demetrius Angelo to Infandishi, Khalil Masi. You know where I'm going with all of us working together. And thank you with Michael being involved and coming. You know.
Wow, it's like.
Pardon me. I'm just feeling that positive.
Yes.
And I'm just saying, thank you. It isn't me. And so I have to say pardon me, but I have to leave now.
That's okay. That's okay. Thank you for coming in and joining us.
Yes.
Peace and blessings. Thank you. Peace.
Peace and blessings.
You know, that was so beautiful because it was like we were sitting here just like waiting for him to, like, waiting on his next word, because he was just speaking so much love and positivity about his experience. And I think that in this world we all have to try to be a blessing to someone else, and that's I think that's
absolutely.
Yeah, he's genuine like that. He's always like that. And I see that Renee is there, but I don't see. Oh,
she's there.
So we're gonna bring her.
All right, let's bring her in to join this
we got another
reunion.
We got another one, huh?
Yes.
Hey, Renee.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
¿Cómo está?
Bien. ¿Y ustedes?
¿Dónde está? ¿En México?
Yes,
¿Está en
I'm
México?
in Tijuana right now.
Okay.
Oh, en Tijuana.
Well, Renee, welcome to Tweed Talks. It's such a pleasure to have you on the show with the rest of the crew. Welcome. So we've been chatting. You've been backstage. So I wanted to ask you, what was it like being a part of this project for you?
Oh, can I tell it in Spanish?
Sí.
Yeah.
Angel, you help.
Angel's going to translate.
Oh, God. Okay.
Pues fue una experiencia muy apresurada porque yo tenía un compromiso con la universidad de lado.
It was a very rushed experience because I had an engagement with the university down here.
Pero en sí, las veces que estuve en set y las veces que estuve ensayando también las coreos, fue una experiencia que a mí me gustó mucho, sobre todo porque era de mis primeras experiencias haciendo stunts.
Yeah, and working the choreo and just being in production was a very wonderful experience because it was kind of like my first time working stunts and doing choreo like that.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Awesome. Yeah.
She did really well. Very good.
Really?
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you. And meet Robert was a very buena experiencia porque tuvimos un momento en set de hablar sobre el futuro y sobre los stunts en México que me nutrió bastante y me inspiró.
Yeah, and working with Robert just was very wonderful because we got a little moment to talk about like stunt work and stunts in Mexico, and it just really nurtured me on what I wanted to do for the future.
In the future, yes.
And I will never forget that talk.
¿Cómo?
I will never forget that talk.
Oh.
Muchas gracias.
Usted habla muy bien en inglés.
Oh, thank you.
Yo entiendo todo. Habla español muy bien.
Yeah,
Thank
she's dynamic. She has raw talent. She has the skills to back it up. She just did another film coming shortly. I'm going to give them a chance to tell you about that. A film called Angie, where she's the lead. Stay tuned for that. That's going to be actually. I'll say this: we will have that as a feature at Urban Action for next year.
Nice.
Absolutely.
It will be shown at the AMC in Times Square.
You hear that, Demetrius? René, mi esposa ella quiere saber cuánto tiempo está practicando martial art.
Por 5, 6 años ya, casi, Kung Fu, específicamente.
Okay, so what I asked her was, how long had she been practicing martial art? My wife wanted to know. For those of you who don't speak Spanish.
Yeah.
And she said 5 to 6 years. That's awesome. And you were the star of Blackout, right?
She was one of the lead. Yes.
One lead on Blackout.
Mm-hmm.
That movie, I still thinking about it.
Yeah.
And I still think about Robert Jefferson part.
Oh, you know what I wanted to ask Jefferson was I told that was your first time in front of the camera?
No. I've been in a number of things. I did some theater stuff.
Okay.
But But it's just that most of the time when I'm writing and producing, I usually don't have time to prepare a character. In this particular case, we kind of went around the globe with like, who should we get? People's schedules didn't really match up, and so I had a specific thing for that character in mind, and I discussed it with Bobby, and he was like, "You should do it." And I was like, "Really?" He's like, "No, you should do it." And I was like, and he was like, "Nah, seriously, sir, trust me, do it." Because when I told him what the conceit was, he liked it. He was like, "You should be the one to do it because you understand what you were trying to get out of it, and then the rest you see."
That was our last. That was the last scene to be shot for the movie.
Yeah,
wow. I didn't have a cameraman that day, so that entire scene was done with just him and I, with no camera.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
So
you
just okay. Oh my gosh.
So are you behind the camera as well?
Yeah, we trade off. We all trade off.
Yeah.
With there's certain stuff where he has to be in front of the camera, and the camera that we have is sort of a complicated piece of equipment. So rather than having to teach somebody else, I learned the finer details of it. Actually, another one of their squad taught us a couple of things we didn't know about our own camera. Alfie. Who was the DP on Blackout for a lot of the stuff, the apartment.
Shout out to Alfie and the film crew from Mexico. Shout out.
Yeah. Wow.
Jesus, love you guys.
Without them, you don't have any of the beautiful stuff that you see from the Mexico portion.
Right, agreed.
I'll tell you one of the toughest scenes for me to shoot was the scene with Renee and Roxy, the three-way. Boy, they were kicking my behind that day. It was the sun was brutal. We had certain camera issues that day. It was just it took a lot to get that scene done. But shout out, hats off. And then the other scene where I fight Renee coming out of the apartment scene on the street. That was a fun battle.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Yeah.
You usually don't hear the word fun before battle.
Yeah, right.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, but she's a natural. Like that was her first foray into the action. And when you see the combinations that she just picked up naturally, and her tempo and the movements and the act, that's a lot to
and the acting. And her acting is along with
first time,
Absolutely.
So hats off to her for that. Mikey's a natural. He can do it in his sleep.
Yeah,
Mikey's most complicated scene in my book, where I think the audience is going to appreciate, is the spear versus the sword in Shadow 3. That's wow.
I gotta tell you that even with all the action, right? When Mikey, one of the things, and my wife is an actress as well, so when you could say things without saying anything, that's really good acting. And a couple of times he was there and he wasn't opening his mouth at all. He wasn't talking, but his facial expression were saying a lot. It's the same thing with Rosalinda.
Yeah.
And that was the touching part. That's probably the part that made Robert cry.
Yeah.
There was a scene in Shadow Fist 3. It was a flashback scene between the siblings. And wow, seeing that in slow motion, nothing else except for the look between them, that was very touching.
Yeah, especially for what happened. That will make the audience more endearing to the characters, So good job, Mike.
Yes, very nice job, Mikey.
It was good.
A couple of times you were actually making contact, right?
Oh, we always make contact. Renee kicked the hell out of me. She blew my ribs open.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
You remember that? Remember that?
He
I didn't say anything to Renee, but I was saying to Jeff, what I tell her?
He's like, yo, she kicked me for real. But I was like, really? He was like, yeah, my wrist kind of hurt. He was like, I was like, you good for the next shot? He was like, I'm good. He was like, well, damn. All right, let's go.
She's gotten a lot better, Robert. She's got a lot better.
Yeah,
she doesn't hit for real. She doesn't hit for real anymore.
Listen, I've worked with Samo and Yun Woo Ping, and I've worked with the best. So like I can take a shot, but that's what she did is how we do in Hong Kong.
Yeah, but that was like 30 years ago, brother.
Yeah, you make contact.
Yeah, bro.
Real is real. It's the only thing that looks real is real.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so how do you keep it looking real but not being real?
A lot of rehearsals.
Yeah.
And also you got to kind of get the temperament with the like it's a dance. It really is a dance.
It's a dance, yes, I was gonna say that.
Also,
Some of it's camera angles, some of it's
camera angle works. Yeah.
Yeah. Mikey and Mikey, you talk because Mikey's an action director too. From your perspective,
Right.
I mean, it's just really like a collaboration between like the performers and the camera. It's just trying to find like that perfect angle and trying to get it over and over again as many times as possible till you get that perfect clean shot. But yeah, it's a dance between only the performers, but also the cameraman. Like the cameraman has to be there, and you have to be, what's the word, conscious of where the camera's at, so your punches look like they land, and then just the acting, everything comes into play. But that's pretty much it.
Yeah, some of them look like they land because
it's beautiful coordinated chaos, basically.
Angel, say that again. I'm sorry.
What'd you say, Angel?
I said
Angel was speaking.
Oh, Angel, go ahead.
Yeah, we didn't hear you.
Did you freeze, bro?
Angel?
Frozen?
I think we lost him.
He's been having trouble, so he's been going in and out. So we'll give him a moment, and then we'll just have him repeat that.
I don't see his chest going up and down, so I'll assume it froze.
Still like this, so yeah.
Yeah. So I want to hear Vincent a little bit more because he's been quiet.
Oh, Vincent, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm you know what? I'm just listening, you know, but like my whole perspective on Shadow Fist 3, what I really love though is the choreography intelligence was amazing. And Marcelina, her martial arts skill was great. Like all the martial artists was good in there. I loved it. And Ron Hall, I'm a big fan of his because he played in Bloodsport 2.
Yeah.
That was a great film.
Wow.
Shout out to Ron Hall, you know.
Shout out to Ron. Definitely shout out to Ron.
Shout out to Ron.
Ron has, you know, he does his thing, but he hasn't been in front of the camera in a while. So this is the first time the audience will see Ron's performance. And I think they will be pleasantly surprised in his comeback.
Yes, that was a great scene.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he still got it.
Oh my God. Yeah, I was like, ooh, I was not expecting that. That was sharp. Okay.
He still got it.
He still got it. Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It looked like Angel came back.
Angel, you back with us?
Yeah. It's just that my Wi-Fi is not agreeing with me today for some reason. It just comes and goes. But
Angel, do you remember the last thing you were trying to say before you froze because we were laughing and we didn't hear what you said?
Oh no! It's just a throwaway line. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
listen. Spoken like a true movie veteran, huh?
I was going
to say, while we're here and we're talking about the two, but I want to talk about what we have coming up too.
Yeah.
Okay. Blackout is out. Everybody can watch it on YouTube. Please go there. Hit the subscribe button, please. R4 Films. We would appreciate that. We will need your support in the next run because we've got some. We're going with the full-length feature, so any support, you know, with the audience coming along with the ride, and I think we got something good for you guys. I'll let Jefferson talk about that. But I want to give Angel an opportunity to talk about the film that he just directed with Renee, called. I'm not going to say it. Go.
Yeah. This is my not my first time directing, but it's the the first time that we really had like a team behind the production with BCB Films or VCB Films from down here. They also helped out to produce Blackout when they came down here. So I got BCB Films and B Squad together to work on something that we're really proud of. Hopefully, you guys will get a chance to see it this year. Right now, the project is in post. We're working on the audio, color correcting it, and music. It's already done, basically, like the main montage or the main, short is already edited. We're just working on it, pimping it out, basically. That's what we're doing. But it's a very it's a short film. So it's named Angie. It's about a delivery girl who delivers like through app food delivery. And she in her last run where she delivers her last order, at the house where she delivers, a girl tries to escape, and the guys from the house pull her back in, like kicking and screaming. And so she witnessed this, and she doesn't know what to do. So she's trying to decide either she helps out or just lets it be. She obviously does something about it, and she kicks ass, and then she kicks major ass in this short film. Renee is just a great actress. I mean, she's like the perfect combination of talent, like thespian talent and martial art talent. So she's great. She doesn't have many lines, but like you guys were saying, it's not usually about the lines with acting. It's how much you can portray or transmit just with a look, a sigh, or something, with just your facial expressions. And she does this very well in this movie. Mike is the main villain of the movie, and Mike is just great at what he does. He can play an asshole very well, and but he does a gnarly stunt in this one that I think he hated me for the rest of the week because I just wrecked him even more. But he like a true champ, he just did the stunt. It's just amazing. Maybe not to spoil a lot, but he just flies through the air like spectacularly without wire work. And I think that's going to be one of the things that a lot of stunt people are going to see on that scene. He doesn't use wire work for that fall, and he just falls brutally, and I love it. And it just looks great on camera.
Oh my gosh.
And
Painful.
so I don't know if I'm able to share anything here, but I do have like a teaser poster for it. Let me see if there's any way that I could share it. Okay, I'm gonna share a screen. Share screen, and let's see, window. Okay.
Ooh.
Give me a second. I'm working on it.
Okay. So for our viewers that are continuing.
Okay, here it is. Here it is. Okay, so let me see. Let's see if it pops up. Is it popping up?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is it there? Can you guys see it, or is it only us?
No,
I see the screen.
Oh, the top one.
Funny,
No, give me a second. I'm trying to get the let me see here if I can adjust it. Edit. No, wait. One more time. Sorry. I've never used this app specifically, so I'm gonna.
All right, well, you can work on that.
There it is. There it is.
You got it?
Okay, here we go.
There it is.
Oh,
Nice.
sweet.
Oh, nice.
So this is our teaser poster, and hopefully we'll be starting our short film festival run by May. So stay tuned for Angie.
Yep.
Very cool. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Rob, you were saying something?
Yeah, I want to give a special shout out to Reese Tanaka. Reese is responsible for all of this artwork you see. Huganda
Very cool.
And that one behind Vincent too.
Also, he's responsible for a lot of our music for the films. I don't know if you guys, we make sure the music accompanies most of the scenes and you get the feel. I'm a stickler about music. Jefferson will tell you about that. A shout out to Reese Tanaka for creating these amazing posters that are seen all over the world. He's been with us for 30 years as well. He likes to be behind the scenes. So I just want to make sure that we show him the proper respect as well. So thank you.
Yep.
All right. All right. Shout out to
beans.
Tanaka. So for our viewers that are watching, I just posted the link to the YouTube in the comments. So if you guys see right now, the last comment that was posted right there. So the film's Blackout is available to watch. Shadow Fist, not yet, correct?
March 14th.
March 14th, it drops. And you have other projects that are on the YouTube channel that people are able to watch.
Absolutely.
Shadow Fist 1 and 2 are there as well. Some of our other stuff.
Okay.
It's pretty much.
Yeah, so Shadow Fist 3 is coming out on the 14th. So watch the first two. And then watch the third.
Get refreshed.
Exactly. Blackout is really good too. Watch that. What was the other
Blackout?
Blackout.
No.
And we thank y'all for having us on.
Jugando con Fuego.
Jugando con Fuego, yes.
Oh, yes. Nicholas Ortiz.
Deviant Children, and you can find that movie on their channel.
Yep.
Well, I would like to give a shout out to my wife for her support, for helping us out.
Marlene. Thank you, Marlene.
Yes, shout out to wife. Yes.
Hey, listen. Yeah, Marlene recently read the treatment for our new feature film. And I got an email last night, Vince. She loved it. So thank you.
Yeah, you were telling me yesterday she liked it. Thank you. Yeah. Thank her for it.
It was great. I can't wait to help produce that.
Yep.
We're working on it.
And thank you guys for having us tonight. We really appreciate
it.
I
really appreciate it.
Thank you all for coming on to Tweed Talks. We really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your very busy schedules to join us on this show. If you guys are watching, make sure you subscribe to the R4 Films YouTube channel. While you're on YouTube, subscribe to Tweed Talks as well. And make sure you guys click that subscribe button so you'll get all the notifications for when we post new content. Thank you guys so much for joining us. It was a pleasure.
Thanks for having us, okay?
Have a great night, everyone.
Nice meeting you guys.
Nos vemos. Good seeing you.
Great seeing all you guys.
Take care.
See you.
Bye.
That was awesome.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was awesome. I'm glad that we had them all. I'm glad that everybody, and Rosalinda was going to be on, but she had some family emergency, which is, well, the next Tweed Talk is Monday.
Yes.
And it's going to be a raw Tweed Talk. It's going to be a serious Tweed Talk. And about a young man that I've known for a while, and you actually got in touch with him and booked him.
Yes.
And he said, young boxer that we know, we've been fighting for a while, and then he got into some health problem.
Yeah.
And he wants to help young kids understand this.
Right. So this is definitely going to be a controversial topic. Brian Costello will be joining us next Monday at 8 p.m. He, like my husband was saying, he went through health issues and he was posting about the effects of marijuana and how it affected him negatively. We all know that in recent years it's been legalized in many different states. And in a lot of ways, I'll say it, a lot of ways glorified, but he is going to talk about what happened to him and his personal experience. He was posting from the hospital, and I saw one of his videos. So I reached out to him immediately because we wanted to have him on the show, and he wants to come and share his health crisis and how he is trying to get back into athletics and boxing and living a healthier life.
That's it.
Yep.
That's the way. Always got to reach the kids before something bad happens. Well, we thank you for watching us tonight.
Yep.
That was an exciting show.
Yes,
I didn't know where to go some time because I want to talk to everybody and all good people. I'm glad that you also stopped by and bless us with his presence.
I was almost
and
like,
watch those
is he
movies.
preaching? Because I was just like on the edge of my seat, like,
Yeah.
what's he gonna say next? What's he gonna say next? So.
Well, listen, and they are humble people.
Yes,
These people,
very,
they're working,
very humble.
but they're all very humble and nice, and they don't put up a front because Robert is the same way when you meet him in person. Since the first time I met him, he was like that, and I go, does he know who he is? Because but he's so humble, and he helped people, and you saw on the interview how he was talking about the other people. He wasn't like putting himself up there, and how they submit to other people ideas, and that's that is the mark of a great
artist,
person. Yeah.
All
we like to share too.
All encompassing.
But anyway, thank you so much for watching. We will be seeing you next week. Until then, love, peace, and harmony. We'll see you. Bye-bye.